Dear learners, I welcome you all in this session on branch accounts, part 2. So, we have discussed about maintenance of books of account under the hire purchase system and under the branch accounts. So, in this session, we shall study about the preparation of final accounts for the branch accounts system. Besides the final accounts, branch account is also prepared. This branch account is different from the branch account prepared under the debtor system. So just in the first session, we had discussed the maintaining the books of accounts and maintaining the branch account by the head office under the debtor system. But this is a peculiar method of maintaining the branch account, and this is entirely different as of the method which we have followed under the debtor system. So final accounts system. Well, dear learners, the profit or loss of a dependent branch can also be worked out by preparing a memorandum branch trading and profit and loss accounts. So this account is prepared on the basis of cost of goods sent to branch. Note the invoice price. So this is how we will prepare that. This will be prepared on the basis of cost of goods sent to branch, not at the invoice price. Apart from the branch trading and profit and loss account, the head office also maintains the branch account, but under this system, the branch account is in the nature of a personal account, which shows only mutual transactions between the head office and branch. The balance of branch account therefore represents the net assets of the branch. So we have been provided with the illustration. So let's see what informations have been provided to us, and on the basis of the informations provided in the questions, we will see how the branch account is prepared in the books of the head office. So the question is, A1 Limited Bhopal has a branch at Madras to which the goods are sent at cost plus 25%. So it's very simple. If it is at cost plus 25%, so it means it is the balancing figure multiplied by rate divided by 100 plus rate. So rate divided by 100 plus rate. It means rate divided by rate is 25% divided by 100 plus rate. 100 plus 25, 125. So 25 upon 25, it means 1/5. The Madras branch keeps its own sales ledger and remits all cash received to the head office every day. All expenses are paid by the head office. The transactions for Madras branch during the year ending 31st December 2018 were as follow. Opening stock is given 11,000, debtors opening 100, return inwards 500, then petty cash 100, cash sales 2,650, credit sales 23,950, goods sent to branch 20,000, collection on ledger account 21,000, then goods returned to head office 300, bad debts 300, allowances to customers 250, rent paid 600, wages 200, salary and other expenses 900, closing stock 13,000, and then closing debtors 2,000, petty cash closing balance 125, including miscellaneous income of rupees 25, which is not remitted to the head office. Prepare the memorandum branch trading and profit and loss account and Madras branch account for the year ending 31st December 2018. So these are the informations which have been provided. So based on these informations, we have to prepare the final accounts. We have to prepare the branch account in the books of the head office. So memorandum, branch trading and profit and loss account for the year ending 31st December 2018. So now let us see how the memorandum, branch trading and profit and loss account will be prepared under the following circumstances. So first one is to opening is stock. So opening stock is given, yes, opening stock is given 11,000 and the loading amount is 1/5. So 1/5 of 11,000, it is 2,200. So therefore the net amount will be 8,800. To opening stock 8,800. So we can do it very simple. Either we can show it to opening stock 11,000 here and here in the right hand side, that is in the credit side, by loading amount on opening stock 2,200. But generally when we prepare the branch trading and profit and loss account under the final account system, in such a situation we should write the net amount here, like we have written 8,800. So opening stock amount was 11,000. So the loading amount is included 1/5. So 1/5 of 11,000 is 2,200. So if we subtract 2,200 out of 11,000, we will arrive at 8,800. Then to goods sent to branch. So to goods sent to branch, it is given in the question 20,000. Kindly check it. Yes, goods sent to branch 20,000. So goods sent to branch 20,000. So loading amount is included in this. So loading amount is 1/5. So 1/5 of 20,000 is 4,000. So therefore the net amount is 16,000. 20,000 minus 4,000, 16,000. Then to wages 200. So it might be given in the question. Let's check it. Wages. Yes, wages 200 rupees. Wages 200. This is the amount of gross profit. It means this is the balancing figure. It means this is the amount of excess of this credit side over the debit side. 11,740. Total is 36,740. Now we come to the right side. So by sales, cash sales is 2,650. So it must be given in the question. Yes, cash sales 2,650. Then credit sale 23,950. So it must also be given 23,000. Yeah, credit sale 23,950. 23,950. So total is 26,600. Less returns 500. So this returning amount must also be given in the question. Kindly check it. A return inwards. It means this is the sales return 500. So return inwards is also known as sales return. It is 500. 500. So the total is, if we subtract 500 out of this, it will come 26,100. Then by goods sent to head office. Goods sent to head office. So let's see how much goods has been sent to head office. Goods returned to head office 300. Goods sent to head office 300. So in this 300, loading is included. So loading will be on 1/5. So 1/5 of this 300 will be 60. So if we will subtract 60, it will come to 240. Then by closing stock. So by closing stock, it must be given, I think, 13,000. Kindly check it. Yes, closing stock amount is given 13,000. Closing stock is given 13,000. So loading amount is included in this. So loading amount is 1/5. So 1/5 of 13,000 is 2,600. So if we will subtract 2,600 from 13,000, it will come to 10,400. So the total is 36,740, 36,740. So this is the total of credit side, 36,740. So if out of this total of credit side, if we will subtract this, this and this will come out as a balancing figure, which is known as gross profit. So total of trading account is 36,740, 36,740. So now this amount of gross profit will be brought forward in the credit side of profit and loss account. So by gross profit went down 11,740. By miscellaneous income 25,000. So this must be given in the question. Yes, it is given. This petty cash balance is 125. Out of this 125, including miscellaneous income of rupees 25, not remitted to the head office so far. Therefore, it must also be mentioned, it must also be recorded in the credit side of profit and loss account 25,000. So if we will make the total of this 11,740, 25, it comes to 11,765. This is the total of the credit side of trading and profit and loss account. Now come to the debit side of profit and loss account. So 2 bad debts 300. So it must be given in the question. Yes, 2 bad debts 300. Because all the indirect expenses are shown in the debit side of profit and loss account. 2 allowances 250. Kindly check it. Yes, allowances to customer 250. 250. 2 rent 600. So rent paid must be given. Yes, rent paid 600. Rent paid 600. 2 salary and other expenses 900 must be given in the question. Kindly check it. Yes, salary and other expenses 900. Then this is the balancing figure, because total of the credit side was this and this. So it was 11,765. So if we will subtract this, this, this and this out of 11,765, it comes to 9,750. So this is known as net profits, which we have determined from the profit and loss account. So total is 11,765, 11,765 Madras branch account. So now we can easily prepare. 2 balance brought down. So opening balance, stock, debtor and petty cash. So stock, kindly check it, 8,800. Yes, we had calculated, because here the figures will be written in net amounts. So there we have shown that gross amount minus loading amount. Then we have shown net amount. So here, without reflecting the loading amount, net amount will be written. So the amount of opening stock was 8,800. We may check it. Yes, opening stock 8,800. Then opening stock of debtor is 100. Kindly check it. Opening stock of debtor. Yes, opening stock of debtor, this is 100. Now petty cash opening balance is also given 100. Let's check it. Petty cash. Yes, petty cash opening balance 100. It is given. 2 goods sent to branch 16,000. It is also given. Kindly check it. Goods sent to branch, it was 20,000. So loading was 1/5. So 1/5 it was 4,000. So if we subtract 4,000 out of 20,000, it comes to 16,000. To bank account, rent 600, wages 200, salary and other expenses 900. So kindly check it. These are the expenses incurred by the branch. For rent 600, rent 600, wages 200, salary and other expenses 900. Yes, rent 600, wages 200, salary and other expenses 900. To profit as per branch, trading and profit and loss account 9,715. So total is 36,415. So here the by bank, by cash received from debtors. So we can see 21,000 cash received from debtors. 21,000, yes, cash received from debtor 21,000. It is also known as collection on ledger. It means cash received from debtor 21,000. 21,000. Cash sales 2,650. Cash sales, check it. Cash sales 2,650. Then by goods sent to branch, return to head office 240. So it was 3,000. Goods sent to branch, return to head office. So it was 300. Goods returned 300 rupees. Goods returned 300 rupees. Goods returned 300. So out of 300, 150 is the loading amount, that is 60. So if we subtract 60 out of 300, it comes to 240. Then by balance carried down, it means these are the closing balance of stock, debtors and petty cash. So stock it is 10,400, debtor 2,000, petty cash 125. Kindly check it. Debtor 2,000, stock 13,000. So out of this 13,000, 1/5 is the loading amount. So 1/5 will be 2,600. So if we subtract 2,600 out of this, it will come 10,400. And this is the petty cash closing balance 125. Yes. So total is 36,415. 36,415. Stock and data system. So under stock and data system, the head office does not open a branch account in its book. It maintains a few control accounts for recording the various branch transactions. So these accounts are, the first one is branch stock account. So kindly remember this, that under stock and data systems, head office will not prepare the branch account. Rather, these 4-5 accounts will be prepared by the head office in order to control the branch accounts. First one is branch stock account. Second one is branch debtors account. Third one is branch expenses account. Fourth one is branch cash account. Fifth one is goods sent to branch account. And sixth one is branch fixed asset accounts. So at the end of the accounting year, it prepares the branch adjustment account and the branch profit and loss account. This system is used only when goods are invoiced at selling price, which the branch is not allowed to vary. Question is given to us. Indiana Traders Jaipur opened a branch at Jodhpur on 1st July 2017. The goods were sent by the head office to the branch, invoiced at selling price of the branch, which was 125% of the cost price of the head office. Following are the particulars relating to transactions of Jodhpur branch. Ascertain profit and loss of branch under the stock and debtor system. If it is 125% of the cost price, it means very simple, it is 1/5. So the informations are: goods sent to branch 2,80,000, cash sales 1,25,000, credit sales 1,75,000, cash received from debtor 1,55,000, discount allowed to debtors 4,000, and spoiled clothes in bills 500 bills written off at invoice price, cash sent to branch for wages 3,000, freight 11,000, other expenses 6,000. So total of these three will be 20,000. This is the amount of closing stock at invoice price 55,500. So now we will prepare the branch account. Yes, well dear learners, as I have made it very clear to you that only in case of those transactions which pertains to goods, so only for those transactions loading is applicable. So generally loading is applicable for goods sent, goods returned, opening stock, closing stocks, goods repurchase. So any item, any transactions that pertains to the goods, loading will be applicable. So here branch stock account, first we will prepare the branch stock accounts, or we can prepare the other account first. Let's prepare other accounts first. Goods sent to branch 2,80,000. So this is the amount of goods at cost price. Goods sent to branch is prepared at invoice price. So in this 2,80,000. This is at cost price 2,80,000. So if this is at cost price and it is given that the goods is sent by the head office to the branch invoiced at selling price of the branch, which was 125% of the cost price. So it means if this is representing 100%, then what it will represent? 125%. So it will comes to 3,50,000. It's very simple. So two goods sent to branch 3,50,000. To branch debtors account. So this is the balancing figure. It means this is calculated after preparing this account. So this amount is representing the excess of credit side over the debit side of the branch stock. So let's discuss these items. By cash sales 1,25,000 is given, 1,25,000 is given. Branch debtors 1,75,000 is given, branch debtors credit sales it is given. Then by branch adjustment spoilage, loading amount is given 100. So we can see here spoilage amount. Yes, spoilage in bales 500. So loading amount is 1/5. So 1/5 is very simple. It's 100. So spoilage is 100. By branch spoilage cost. So spoilage cost is 400. So total spoilage is 500. 400 is the cost, 100 is the loading. By balance CD 55,500. It is also provided in the question. 55,500. This is the closing stock 55,500 at invoice price. So total is 3,56,000. So if we subtract 3,50,000 out of this 3,56,000, this is the amount of 6,000, which is known as branch debtors sales or returns, being balancing figure 6,000. So goods sent to branch. So 70,000 is the loading amount and 280 is the cost. Total is 350. So this is by branch stock 3,50,000. So this 3,50,000 entry we had made branch stock account debit to goods sent to branch. So here you can see, yes, branch stock में 2 goods sent to branch 3,50,000. Then branch debtors account. To branch stock it is given 1,75,000. I think it is given, yes, credit sale 1,75,000. It is given. Buy cash 1,55,000. It is also given in the question. Buy branch stock returns. So this is the sales return which is given 6,000. Buy branch expenses discount allowed. It is given in the question 4,000. Let's check it. 4,000. Yes, discount allowed 4,000. And then buy balance CD. This is the closing balance of debtor 10,000. It is closing balance 10,000 closing balance. So this is the balancing figure of 10,000. Next one is branch expenses account. So to cash here for wages 3,000, freight 11,000, other expenses 6,000. So it is 20,000. It might be given in the question. Yes, 20,000 it is given. And then to branch debtors. So this discount 4,000 is also given. Kindly check it. Yes, this discount 4,000 is given. Total is 24,000. So branch profit and loss, it is 24,000 because the expenses have to be transferred to the profit and loss account. So there are 24,000 total expenses, so which need to be transferred to the profit and loss account, 24,000. Branch adjustment account. So goods sent to branch. So this is the loading amount. Branch adjustment account is also known as loading amount. So goods sent to branch 70,000 because 280 was the cost price plus 70,000 was the loading amount. So total goods sent to branch was 3,50,000. So this is the amount of loading in goods sent to branch, 70,000. Total is 70,000. Spoilage total was 500. So 150 is the loading. So 1/5 of 500 is 100. To stock reserve. So to stock reserve it was 55,500. So 1/5 of 55,500 is 11,100 for closing stock. And to branch profit and loss account it is 58,800. This is the balancing figure. Out of 70,000, if you subtract these two figures, we will arrive at 58,800. 70,000, 70,000. Then branch profit and loss account. So this we have already calculated. Branch profit and loss 58,800. So branch adjustment 58,800. To branch expenses 24,000 we have already calculated. To branch stock spoilage we have calculated 400. So this is the net profit transfer to general profit and loss account 34,400. So total is 58,800, 58,800. So I think this was all about this session on branch accounts part 2. So with this, I think now students might have very clear how to prepare the branch account under the different methods under branch account. So there were 3 methods under this: branch stock account, branch debtors account, branch expenses account, branch cash account, goods sent to branch, branch fixed asset account. So with this, I think students might be very, very clear how to prepare the books of accounts when final account system is given under the branch accounts. So with this, I extend my sincere thanks to my learners that now they will be very, very clear. So in the next session, we will discuss the remaining methods of preparing the branch account under the branch accounts. Thank you very much.